It shouldn't have been that hard. That's what you get for doing it wrong. Well folks, welcome back to Rad the Rod Shop. I hope you enjoyed the last video where we built the open throat pipe anvil. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We try to have a lot of fun here. Okay, today we're going to work on trying to build a rocker panel. You know, enough fun stuff. We need to build a rocker panel. So hopefully that is what it needs to look like. So I think we've got it figured out. I'm going to get a piece of metal, and actually I cut the piece of metal. You guys done sheet metal work, you know what I'm talking about in terms of squaring up a piece of sheet metal isn't as easy as it sounds. Anyway, I got the grinder out, got my duct tape out, got my square out. I guess painter's tape, not duct tape. And I tried to square this thing up, at least to the point that I can measure off of it. So we're going to try to make this rocker all in one piece. I don't know if you noticed, but I went ahead and welded that little piece. This is the piece that was under the rear cab corner there. I cut that off when I was trying to disassemble the stinking thing. Anyway, I welded that back on, so this thing is about 32 inches long, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, about 32 and a half. Apparently, when I cut that thing, I wasn't real clear on getting it, you know, square. Anyway, I made this 34 inches long, and it's 11 inches almost. If I did my gazintas right, I don't need more than about 9.5 inches. So, we're going to measure this thing out, and I'm going to make the you know, the international folks happy. I'm going to use millimeters. It's easier to read the down to the fine print in millimeters. So for detail work, I actually like working in the metric system. Okay, well, I'm going to get this thing clamped down because my intent is to start on one edge and measure down each bend line. Now I got to flip this thing over, so we're going to do it twice. Sort of a double check there on that straight edge. Just want to make sure I'm measuring from a from a straight line. So I've been playing and measuring, and I think we figured out how to bend this thing. This does a pretty good job of matching. Let's see here. Does a pretty good job of matching this rocker panel here. So in trying, you know, bending this little one, this is where the problem is. You get the first two bends, you can get these bends, but the ones in the middle are the problem, so you need to bend those first. That slightly helps. You still got to tweak the metal pretty good to bend this one. But once you get the bend in there, you can reform this thing. Or that's what I was able to do on this one. We'll see if I can do it with, you know, the longer piece. All right, so to start with, we need 15 millimeters. I need my cheat sheet. All right, down to this little offset down here. I got 100 millimeters. Now, let's see here. The little step is 7 millimeters. This top bend is 74. This back curve, we got 73. And 9 millimeters down for the bottom. All right. So, now we need to flip it over and do it on the other side. Okay, I got it marked on both sides. I almost forgot to turn the camera back on. All right, so I always I like to write on here which line do I need to bend first. So we're going to bend this little piece right here. We're going to bend this up. So that's number 1. Then we're going to bend this one down, and that's the second line on there. So we're going to bend that line down. You know what? I better write top on this thing so I remember which direction to bend. All right. Then we're going to bend this one. And on this one, let's see here. So this was number 1. We bent it down. Then we bent this back. And we're going to bend this one this way. So this will be number 3. And this will be number 4. And then we need to bend these two. So this one here, this one will be number 5. And this last flange here will be number 6. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and whack this off, because we don't need to be working with any more metal than we have to. All right, let me cut this off, and I'll come back and we're gonna start bending. You know, it occurred to me, I don't know if you guys got one of these Vevor, you know, cutting machines over here. One of these slice and dicers. Those things work really good, but on a long piece, getting it square in there, you know, so you can cut a straight line, because once you start cutting, it is really hard to cut a curve. So I like to put a piece of tape on, and that just gives me another visual in terms of lining this thing up inside that cutter. Sometimes it works well, and you know, sometimes it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna cut this. Well, I only had one bottle. I think that'll work. That's the lower pinch weld, so I think we'll be able to clean that up. And I don't think the truck's gonna care. There we go. All right. So, let's see here. You notice I'm slightly paranoid. I keep looking at that pattern. Hey, you know, it's not that I've ever messed this up before. first bend. Now on that one, we are bending, let's see here, we're bending that inside piece, so that's pretty much a 90. All right, now we need to bend this other one. You know, I think I just bent that too far. Dadgummit. Oh well, we'll fix it. Yep, I bent that too far, and so I stomped on it. Now we gotta fix our mistake. All right. Well, I need to clean that edge up now that I've whopped it pretty good. Okay. Fixing sheet metal you've bent is a pain in the butt. Dadgummit. Well, this is going to take me a bit to fix. Well, that is work I shouldn't have to done. All right, let's see if we can bend some more of it. All right, so that piece, that bend right there, is this little bend down at the bottom. So that's not much of a bend. We'll put a little one in there. Oh, maybe we'll tighten this down. I don't know if that was enough or not. I don't think I got enough bend in that second one. Let's put it on our newfangled pipe vise and see if we can bend it. almost looks like a rocker panel. It sure would have been a lot better if I hadn't tweaked that thing. Let's see how it shakes out to the all right, we got too much bend in it. I put too much hoopty-doo in the middle. Let's see if we can straighten that out a little bit. Put just a little bit back in it. Well, that is not too bad. Still got some, because I had to bang it around. I'm gonna have to do some on these corners. That's a lot more beat up than I was hoping for, but I think need to sharpen that corner up a little bit that way, and I think this that would fit. Oh, there you go. You see that in there? All right. So this corner here got away from me, it looks like. So I need to sharpen that corner up and do a little more finessing on the rocker, but I think that's going to work pretty good. What do you think? And we'll have to build one for the other side. But hopefully I don't bend it the wrong way next time. Yep. Still got a little bit of finessing on it. Oh, I don't have enough bend on this end. I see. Let me tweak this real quick. All right. Well, I beat on that corner a little more. I think I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit more, but that rocker actually fits in there pretty good. I think the issue right now is, one, I've still got some metal up on that end that is overlapping because I didn't cut it all out when I cut that rocker out. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna trim up there, and then, you know, set it up so I can butt weld that all together up there. But I'm a little confused on the door here. Let me shut the door for you. So that looks like a lot of door gap there. Let's go to the other side. All right, so let's see. Not a very good measurement, but that's probably about 3/8 of an inch in there. Along the whole way. Okay. Well, let's go look at the other one again. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not that far off, because that's about the same gap. I guess I should have paid attention to that, huh? All right, well, I'm happy with that. Still got to clean up this corner and make a cab corner. On the back of this rocker panel, there's a return flange, right, that the cab corner actually bolts into there, or actually welds into. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But all in all, I'm happy with that. It shouldn't have been that hard. That's what you get for doing it wrong. Still probably got some more shape to get into this to make it a little more, because that looks like I may have hit it there. Oh, the rest of it looks pretty good. Well, folks, I appreciate you watching. This wasn't a very exciting video, but you know, there's some points of doing this that just ain't very exciting. I got this pipe anvil. I think it's gonna work. You know, bending on that rocker, I think I'm inclined to. I think I need a smaller pipe. So I'm gonna probably reshape these legs. I got to trim this one all up anyway, but probably reshape them. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find me a solid bar. Solid round bar to go in here and make sure I trim all of this stuff off, because make sure I trim all this off so that I can, you know, slide it in and use it like I want to use it. That rocker panel could use a smaller diameter bar. This one just a little too big, and on this square one, for this situation, this square should have been turned up like a diamond. You know, up on its end. Oh well, I'm happy with it. I got the adjusters in. You can see the slop I was talking about. So that slop is, you know, if you want to work on this side, you get the clearance on this side. If you want to work on this side, you get the clearance on this side. And you can run it in from the bottom. That makes me pretty happy. And it's rock solid. So, I appreciate you watching. If you're subscribed, I appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. We try to have a lot of fun around here. You know, give a like, make a comment. I do my best to answer all the comments. And until next time, it's hot. I think we need a shower and get something to eat. I'm Random Rod Shop, and we're out of here.